Just going back to the whole Lil Durk thing,
Yeah.
obviously you have engaged with him. We've seen pictures of you standing with him. First of all, can we just get your reaction to the news of this famous hometown person who has an organization that's doing good things with kids being arrested in connection with this, and have a follow-up?
Yeah, well, look, I don't know all the circumstances and details around, these accusations. What I do know, though, is that um, Lil Durk's mission to build financial literacy for children across the city and making other critical investments for the children of the city, where his heart, has been. And I mean, there's no secret to the trauma that he grew up in, and how he has worked to turn that trauma into opportunities for other people.
What do you mean I'm turning the trauma into opportunities for other people? The word is that he paid to have people killed. And this is the thing that I hate about the black community. And now you actually see people like the mayor justifying it. And what they were really saying is that you came up and you profited off of telling a story about how you was smoking on your ops. Your friends has got killed as a result of it. The allegation is that he basically paid to have somebody killed and he hit the wrong person and all of this other type of stuff. And they got credit card transactions, and this is what's being alleged. They got credit card transactions that show that he even paid for the flight for the people to fly out to California to do the thing that they convicted him for. And if this is true, because I always like to say innocent until proven guilty. If this is true, then that means that this is probably the first time that you got caught, not the first time that you did it. Dirk has been in the game for a while. I mean, a long time. And the tripped out part about this is that this isn't even a time where he did this or where they allege that he's doing this. This isn't a time where he was just absolutely like broke and had to figure it out and somebody came in the house and nothing like that. Now this was supposed to be happening in 2022 after the pandemic, after you was already rich, after you got the money. And so first of all, you justifying profiting off of death and dying inside of your community, which makes sense because he's not trying to put shot spotter back in Chicago. They down over 2,000 police officers. They don't really care about black lives. And you rather stand up there with your mohawk, your fresh mohawk, than actually be honest about the fact that the culture is absolutely trash. And we all know why, but we'll get there.
You were given, about a month after taking office, a $150,000 campaign donation from him. Do you feel like you should donate that to charity or do something with that money? Is it tainted?
Well, I mean, look, I don't operate in feelings. I operate in truth and justice. And again, I don't know all the circumstances around these accusations, but again, what I do know for sure is that, here's another example of a young black man who grew up in severe trauma that led to life choices that he has been very open and vocal about healing from those choices. It's why he's been committed to finding his righteous path, seeking out, truth and justice through his faith, while also investing in behavior and mental health support for individuals. Look,
What will you do with the money?
That's what I'm trying to understand. Listen, enough of the word salad. Man, listen, it's almost like him and Kamala Harris went to the same school. Don't nobody want to hear that, champ? What about the other person's family? What about the other person's mother? What about the other people that is mourning a son is lost? What you talking about? So you can get rich and then profit off of talking about how you illegally got rich while at the same time taking lives, rapping about it, talking about how you smoking on this person, paying for people to die that you don't necessarily care for. Death and dying is all around you. Even when you have a concert, it's people that die walking to your concert. And you got a mayor who's been bought and paid for. And the question is, what are you gonna do with the $150,000 that he gave you? If you spent it, just say you spent it. Just be real. Stop word salad your way through these conversations. Just tell us the truth. You are a public servant. Just be honest. Just be real.
Well, as I said, right now we have allegations, right, that he has not been tried. Look, I understand the question. I don't want you to think I don't understand the question. I'm just
You feel it's
saying,
okay to keep the money?
you're asking me a question about someone who has worked to transform his life.
Are you going to keep the money or not? That's the question. Listen, we get it. Your opinion is flawed. Your view towards the culture is trash. And you believe in defunding the police. We got it. What are you going to do with the money is the direct question.
Who has admitted that he is on a journey to transformation and has not been charged with anything.
Oh, he's
But
charged
what
with
I'm sorry, has not been convicted of anything. And so if you're asking me if I should make a judgment on a black man before a full trial has actually come to fruition, I hope you do understand why it is not
'cause he a black man.
my position to determine the outcome of someone's life, especially in a system that, quite frankly, has not been overly.
Thank you,
But
Craig.
the- but the
Thank you, Craig.
optics,
We have
right?
one more off-topic question.
He was just about to talk about how the system has put him in this position. First of all, listen, nobody asked you to make a judgment. I can't stand Brandon Johnson. I don't know how y'all elected him to be mayor of Chicago. It is so crazy, and I see why so many protesters. I'm not sure if there's been more protesters of any other mayor in Chicago outside of Brandon Johnson. Honest to God, and he ain't even been in office for a whole year. Has he been in office for a whole year? The question was, what are you gonna do with the money? Should you donate it? Should you get rid of it? And instead of saying, no, I want to keep the whole check, because it is what it is, and I got it under times where now you want to talk about the system and black people and all of that. And I just can't, man. I can't. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I, I don't know how y'all continue to elect these type of people off of identity politics. Obviously, we got Mayor Mohawk right here that's proceeded after Lori Lightfoot, and y'all just gonna keep electing these people into office to represent y'all. And this is why the culture is so messed up because now these mayors are a reflection of the people that voted for them. And so nobody asked you anything. The question was, what are you gonna do with the $150,000 that he gave you? And we all know that he got you in his pocket. That's really what it comes down to. Dirk got him in his pocket. If he is associated with anything that's on some murder for hire stuff, I wonder why these people don't have the same energy and the same view towards them as they have towards the victim and what's happened towards them. And this is why I can no longer be a part of the Democratic plantation. This is why I no longer support these people. I think that we need to rid ourselves of the enablers, rid ourselves of the culprits, rid ourselves of the culture, and rid ourselves of these Democrats because it's getting worse and worse. I don't think that black people, since the opportunity to do for themselves, have ever been in a worse position as far as what their choices has led them down, not necessarily what their opportunities are. And the more that we have an opportunity to do for ourselves and choose for ourselves, we ultimately choose wrong. And now you have politicians that continue in this year, at the time that this is being recorded, continue to make excuses for why this culture is the way that it is. And they're getting paid off as a result of it. It's disrespectful. Y'all let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Also, get your tickets to come kick it with me in person. I will be in Detroit on December 14th, Atlanta on November 2nd. And we're gonna get it in. Discount code Anton. T Hanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This is crazy, bro.